Hi, how's everyone out there doing today? We are here in the afternoon, and I am not drinking coffee, but I had a lot this morning. So excited to be here with the marvelous Mel Kelly, author of these two fantastic books, which I am holding upside down because I had too much coffee. And Mel is a self proclaimed disastrous life coach. Welcome, Mel Kelly.
Hey, how you doing, Amy? It's a privilege and an honor to be here with the amazing Amy Hamilton, the amazing author of two amazing books, The Project Manager and The Competent Communicator. So it's a pleasure and privilege. I'm looking forward to another exciting session today. I've given you terrible, terrible advice. I look forward to
So,
it.
Mel, today's topic is going to be Oktoberfest. What not to do and how to destroy
Mm.
your entire Oktoberfest experience. And I feel like this is such a great conversation, so timely. I know you're over there in Munich, Germany, home of Oktoberfest. So
Yes,
you're practically a local Irish local. I don't know how that works anymore.
whatever, one of those. Yes, yes. So we're in just coming up to the last weekend of October. We're in the middle of the last weekend of Oktoberfest. It finishes tomorrow. So absolutely, it is a fantastic festival. It's the biggest beer festival in the world. It's absolutely wonderful. But so the most important thing you got to do is drink too much beer. And drink too much beer quickly so that you can enjoy the experience to the maximum in the shortest possible time. That's the starting point. Drink too much beer and drink too quickly.
And Mel, I would like to add, do not dilute your beer with water. Like, don't like try to drink a beer, then drink a water. Like, bad plan. Just go for the beer, and maybe even add some shots.
Yeah, yeah, because you see, the thing is, because the beer is a little bit stronger, but the thing is, the way you go against that, beat that, is actually throw in the few shots, because your body then is deceived with how much alcohol it's actually getting. So it's much better. Throw in the shots, stronger beer, avoid the water, avoid pacing, any of that sensible sort of stuff. That's okay for your normal weekend. But for Oktoberfest, come on, get with the program.
So I was once at a festival. I only went to Oktoberfest once, to be completely honest. In all my years in Germany, I spent most of my time in my adopted hometown of Stuttgart, Germany, where they have the second largest festival in Germany, and it's like where all the locals go. So
It's not the real thing. Come on, it's the Vasen. The V is not the Wiesen. The Wiesen is the real thing. You call it the Vasen, I think it is.
Yeah. But I think an important thing to happen there, and Mel, I think that there's probably some wonderful life advice out of this, is at least once a year or maybe twice, depending. I would go to the festival and I would see somebody dancing on one of the tables and then inevitably fall off and crack their head open. Give us some advice on how you can get into that kind of situation.
Yeah, like the most important thing is, because if you hit the Oktoberfest and you're sober, that's always dangerous, because the more sober you are, the more you start to see all these things. You start to take too much care, too much caution. I mean, if you were to fall off the table, if you were sober, you might hurt yourself. So the most important thing is get yourself drunk quickly. Then you can stand on the benches, stand on the table. So when you fall off, well, I mean, you might be drunk, so you won't hurt yourself as bad. And if you end up in hospital with blood everywhere, it's okay, because you'll be drunk, so you'll be fine. You'll get over it. So yes, so before you get on those tables, excessive amount of alcohol. So when you fall, it's not as bad, or at least you won't notice it's as bad.
So, what about rides at Oktoberfest?
The
Uh,
most important thing about the rides, Oktoberfest has roller coasters, all these amusement arcade carousels, all these wonderful rides. Absolutely fantastic. The most important thing is to have at least two beers and have as much food as you possibly can before you get on the ride. Because I mean, that truly adds to the spirit when that rumbling in the stomach starts to shake around and you're on the ride and you go forward, backwards, upside down, inside out, and then your stomach starts to do the same. And then you get the opportunities to share your inner expression, to share that inner expression with everybody around you and all over the country. It's just it's part of the experience.
So, Matt, last year we did our show Disastrous Dating Tips, and I think you had like so much wisdom there.
Oh
And I
yeah.
feel like your disastrous life advice is even better.
Yep.
And my question is when you're at Oktoberfest, what's your advice on meeting people?
Oh, well, you see, we have the whole new context, because this is the first year we've had Oktoberfest for 3 years. It's been locked down for the last 3 years. We've all gone through this terrible lockdown, terrible virus. That's a pandemic that's been sweeping around for the last few years. So this has been awful. The most important thing now is, you see, because Oktoberfest is now on again, and I would say anybody who has a bit of a snuffle or a cold or a cough or vulnerable health condition, the most important place you need to go is Oktoberfest, because it's a super spreader event. But if you can survive that super spreader event without killing yourself, your immune system is going to be so strong. You're going to be so strong. So I would recommend you try and meet as many people as possible to see how many contagious diseases you can pick up within the space of 2 weeks. But if it doesn't kill you, your immune system will be so strong, you won't need any vaccines. You won't need, and you'll be bulletproof at least for the next 12 months. That's Dr. Mel speaking here. Absolutely solid, absolutely scientific advice. Please take that to heart. Go to Oktoberfest, meet as many people as you want, as you can, pick up as many contagious diseases as possible in 2 weeks. You'll be bulletproof for the next 12 months.
Well, and Mal, I think that you brought up some important points to go with that. Like, if you are already suffering from alcohol poisoning and have a concussion from falling off that table, I mean, what's a little like communicable disease, right?
What's a bit of COVID? What's a bit of COVID if you've got your head falling off and falling apart, So yeah, come on. I mean, come on. Yes, COVID might kill you, but yeah, falling off a beer table might kill you as well. So come on, got to keep everything in perspective.
So I think that that's also a really important element too. Is what a better way to find that person to date, your life partner, when sniffling, sneezing, and suffering from alcohol poisoning with blood gushing out of your head. I mean, who wouldn't find love in that moment?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just all going on because that's getting to the tradition, to the core values, to the home values that we have at Oktoberfest. It's all about getting back to the roots, getting back to the core roots. And when people see you connecting to that, it just makes you so much more attractive, at least at Oktoberfest.
So, Mal, you've given some wonderful tips. Kind of let me summarize: drink as much as you can. Do not dilute your alcohol with water. Make sure you're throwing some extra shots in there. Make sure you've had a few drinks before either getting on a ride or jumping up on a table. Like,
Lots of
make
food,
sure
lots
you,
of food, lots of
yep.
food.
And then share. Sharing is caring. Make sure that you're out there sharing and caring as much as possible. I think these are super, super good tips for Oktoberfest. And next week we're gonna be coming back with Mel's disastrous life plans, and I cannot wait to see everybody then.
It's been a pleasure. See you all next week, guys. Ciao,
Thank you,
ciao, ciao.
everyone.
Bye, 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 bye.